Monologue looks dope, but I don't really need another synth. I must be seeing things.
A gift you play.
Thank you so much for bringing this by, but I'm really trying not to buy any more synths at the moment, so...
You play!
Oh, okay. No problem. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Different voltage-controlled oscillators, 2 of them, with different wave shapes and noise. Yes. Filter section with sweet cutoff and resonance. Yeah. Yes. Yes. A 16-step sequencer. Awesome. Yes. Yes. These keys, they're so thin. They're so thin. They're mini keys. No, they're mini keys. No. No! 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 Hey guys, and welcome to another Halloween synthtacular episode of 1 Minute Synthesizer Reviews. On today's episode, I take a look at the Minilogue's monotone little brother, the Korg Monologue. While it may have a quarter of the voices, can it still be 100% fun? Well, it's my turn to see if I'd like to ask the Grim Reaper to bury this mini-keyed monstrosity. So without any further ado, this is the Korg Monologue. The Korg Monologue is an extremely well thought out monophonic analog synthesizer. This is a serious tool for both novice and experienced synthesists in mind. The front panel is almost perfectly laid out, and while I may seem like I'm gushing more than a freshly severed head, my immediate thought was that everything I needed was right under my fingertips. The Korg Monologue is a thing of beauty, lightweight and well built. And of course, where would you be without more fake wood grain than in Dracula's coffin? But it's still a nice touch. Around the rear of the unit you have a full-size headphone, main output, and audio in jacks, which I love, as well as a sync in and out jack for connecting to other vocal line synths. Full-size 5-pinned in MIDI in and out, awesome, and a USB and 9-volt input. Starting on the left of the front panel, you have the master volume knob and drive knob. The master volume knob acts as you'd expect, and the drive knob can add some grit to your patches, but we'll get back to that in a minute. The Monologue has 2 voltage-controlled oscillators per voice. Both contain a nice variety of waveforms including sawtooth, triangle, square, and noise on the second oscillator, and a shaping knob for each. Let's take a listen. The filter section harnesses the power of a 2-pole, 12-volt per octave resonant low-pass filter, and the filter sounds really nice, but have a listen for yourself. To the right of the filter section, we have a dedicated envelope generator section with attack and decay, as well as 3 different types of generator shapes. Very good for creating different types of sounds when you don't have a fully manual knob for each one of the ADSRs. Below that, you have the LFO section. You select between 3 different wave shapes and modes. The rate knob adjusts the speed. You also have 3 different targets for the LFO effect, the pitch, shape knob, or filter section. Let's take a listen. Last but not least, you've got the drive knob back on the very left. It's a really nice overdrive. It can boost the volume and weight of your patch without getting too brittle like other overdrives. Let's take a listen. I've recently been reviewing a few synths with built-in sequencers lately, and this one is dead as a doornail simple. Step 1. Press the record button while the sequencer is stopped to enter step record mode. You'll see the first illuminated button flashing. Step 2. Enter a 16-step sequence, filling each step with a note. Step 3. Press play to listen back to your sequence. You can adjust the tempo of your sequence with the tempo knob on the top right of the front panel. If you want your sequence to not have every step activated in step mode, you can utilize the rest button. As you're inputting notes you want to play, just press the rest button and the monologue will enter a blank step with each rest press. You can also do this after you've created an initial sequence by going back and inputting a rest on the steps you'd like to have one. You can also just record on the fly using the real-time recording mode. Press the play button to start your blank sequence running, then press the record button and play some notes. You can of course shorten or lengthen your sequence by activating step sequence mode with the record button and then adjusting the program value knob. You can have up to 16 steps. As with many other Korg systems, including the vocal line, you have a motion sequence allowing you to record different effects in real time or step. First, switch the sequence toggle from note to motion. Then press play to hear your sequence and press record. Now twiddle those knobs. You'll also get some awesome feedback onto the OLED screen as to what parameter you're adjusting in the motion sequence. Very cool. Lastly, I want to point out that the Korg Monologue comes with some of the best presets in a sequencer that I've heard. These presets are extremely vast and cover a wide scope of patches and sequences. Oh, and did I mention? I'm a proud preset user, if you didn't know. I'm sure some people would like me to point out the negatives here, but it's almost hard to find one. I will say that the lack of a 9-volt power adapter being supplied did dampen my spirits just a little. They did include the batteries though, and I'll at least have to give Korg points for never failing to place portability as their main priority. And with that being said, I give the Korg Monologue my final score of 9 eye-poppingly great reasons to get this synth right now out of 10. Let me be frank. The Korg Monologue blew me away. And why is it so good, you ask? It's everything about it. The price is right. The aesthetics are nothing short of fantastic. The sound just oozes more blood than a freshly carved up corpse. Getting along with the Korg Monologue is seriously simple, and I'm not kidding. But I'm rarely this impressed by a synth. Korg seems to know just what Dr. Jekyll ordered to please the synthesis of all skill levels. From the moment I opened the package to this very moment, I can't wait to have some more fun with it. The sound quality is good enough to take on gigs, and the tuning is on point. I'll say this once and remember it. For $300, there is no better analog synth brand new on the market, in my opinion. Remember to like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.